Okay. Now streaming live to Facebook.
Okay, well, mine's still saying Zoom. I'm going to refresh my screen if I know how.
There we are. Hello, everybody. It is Friday night. It is almost 7 o'clock. So we've come on a little bit early just to allow a little bit of time for you to come on and say hi. We're going to be quiet for just a little bit while we're waiting for that. We want to make sure that we are in the right place. And if you're coming on, maybe just say hi yourself and make sure that tell us that you can hear us, that we're loud enough, that you can see us, you can see all of us.
Yes, please. Tell me if I'm loud enough. I think I've got everything turned up here. Yeah. So.
And we'll just wait a little bit. I guess maybe I should go in here. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm going to turn down my sound.
Yeah, we're just getting everything going.
Okay, I've got.
We've got a few of you on. That's perfect.
Yes.
We'll just wait for a few more.
Dale, Karen, Carolyn, Laura, hello there.
Hey,
Hi,
everybody.
everyone.
Say hello, and maybe we're going to wait just a few minutes while people get on, but maybe while you're waiting, let us know if you were lucky enough to do any stamping this week, and if you were, what stamp set did you use and what did you create? And let's just see how many people were lucky enough to be doing that. I know that all three of us here were stamping this week.
Just
and
a
it
little
was
bit.
probably Staycation. And I, as late as about an hour ago, I was stamping something for Stamping Staycation. So,
Okay,
so
we've got,
let us know.
We've got some saying, yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Hi from British Columbia. Can hear everyone. So that's awesome.
Hi, Christine. Hi, Rhonda.
Oh,
I can see my comments now,
feedback.
so I can see everybody. So, hello, Carolyn. Thank you for coming, everybody.
Hey, Laura, you found us. Yay.
Yes, we're glad you found us. And we're really glad that it worked, that technology worked this time. You can ask Marilyn later.
Yeah.
So,
we'll take a deep breath and carry on.
Yeah. So we're not quite 7 o'clock, so we'll wait until 7 because we said we were going to come at 7.
I really like that Christine shared where she's from. So how about where you're from?
Oh, and
yeah, where is everybody watching from?
Kathleen from Quebec.
Oh, perfect. Hi, Kathleen.
Pamela from Cold Lake. We've got some saying that already. Great, great.
Hello, Dale. Hi, Karen. Oh, I'm going backwards. I'm seeing everybody. Pam's here. Perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I see that my comments are going in and out. We'll keep testing them. So for everybody that is here, and maybe we'll just wait a couple more minutes, but so yes, if you are just coming on now, this is your Staycation. It is your Getting to Know You session for Staycation Fall 2020. And again, just let us know where you are watching from. Let us know if you're excited about tomorrow. Maybe let us know if you have any inkling about what we might be doing tomorrow. Maybe we'll just, tease you a little bit because we're not going to share too much, but we might let drop something just by accident. So we all have mobile devices as well as looking at you through our computer. So we're coming to you through Zoom to Facebook Live, which is working wonderfully. So that's perfect.
Compared to last time, yes.
Yes. So if anything happens to go glitchy or sideways, we know how to fix it. So we did it last time, so we'll figure it out. But for now, I think we're on here for, I don't know how long we'll be, half an hour, 45. I don't think we'll go an hour. We don't want to take too much of your time. We want you to be fresh tomorrow morning. So what we want to do is just take a little bit of your time tonight. Getting to know you is really what it's all about. We want to learn just a little smidgen about you, and we want to tell you a little bit about us, and we want to share what your day is going to be like tomorrow. So I think we have quite a few people on. So yes, keep commenting, please. We love comments. So welcome everybody. We're gonna get started. So welcome to your Stamping Staycation Fall 2020. I'm Joanne Rogers. I am one of a trio of creative folks who have put together an event for you, which we know you are going to love. We are so excited that you're here, and we're going to do some intros just a little bit later, but I want to take just a couple moments to introduce my two compadres, I guess, Marilyn Wagner and Lillian Kemp. And we three have gotten together, and this is our second stamping staycation. And we actually have quite a bit of fun doing this, and we learn a lot along the way. And we're always learning. So please feel free to send us comments and give us pats on the back, but also give us little hints and tips on ways that we can improve or ways that we can make this a better experience for you. So we're all about that. So tonight, it seems like we've been planning this for months, and it's not quite months and months and months, but it seems like it's taken a long time to come together. Does anyone else feel like that? I know we had some folks who were last time attendees who were really excited about this time. So if you think this has taken a long time, just, you know, give us a thumbs up or whatever and say, or give us a heart saying, yay, it's finally happening. So let me tell you what we're going to do tonight. So we called it Getting to Know You, as I said, because we want to know a little bit about you. I'm going to ask you a couple questions, or we're going to ask you a couple questions, and we're going to share lots about ourselves. And we also want you to ask questions of us. So we're going to give you an overview of what your day is going to be like tomorrow. And first, though, I want to give a huge welcome to our first-time attendees. So we have some folks who are new to us that were not at our last stamping staycation. I think you're going to go home. You're not going to go home tomorrow. You're going to be home, but your head is going to be filled with different ideas and different designs. And if it was anything like the last time, you might be a little bit tired at the end of the day, but you are going to be inspired, hopefully, and you're going to be a little bit rejuvenated too. And for those of you who are joining us for a second time, thank you, thank you. We're so glad that you enjoyed it enough last time to join us again. And we think that you're going to have an equally wonderful time this time as well. So this event is all about you. So we have all kinds of different designs. We have fun folds, we have 3D, we have techniques, we have, what am I missing? We have tips and tricks. We have some videos for you again. And all we want you to do is sit back, relax, enjoy, and watch, except for one little part that's new this time. So we took your suggestions from last time and we tweaked our event a little bit, and we have a secret stamping session, which Lillian is going to talk about just a little bit later. Okay, so when we were talking about this second stamping staycation, the three of us were throwing around different ideas that we wanted to have for a theme. And before I tell you what the theme is, how about if you put into the comments what you think our theme might be? See if you have any niggles about what it might be. And we'll be interested to see if anybody gets it. So we thought we could do fall because, you know, pretty standard. It's right around the corner. And for some of us, it's already here. And tools, they're always popular. So we know that we need tools to be able to stamp. Christmas, well, that is a given. You know that we've got Christmas ideas for you, or tips and techniques. That could be something. Everybody would like to learn something new. But when we thought a little bit more about it, we thought, what's the one question that we get asked an awful lot? The one that seems to keep cropping up. And what is something that can make or break a project, it seems. And we know as soon as we put something together, whether it's right or it's wrong. And what is sometimes a challenge? Does anybody have an idea in the answer? And I'm not looking at the comments, so I don't know if Lillian or Marilyn were looking there. And let's see, has anybody got an idea?
No, not.
Mini catalog was one, or Christmas theme, layout.
Christmas, fall, COVID.
Oh, layouts. That's a good idea, Karen.
Yeah, we'll keep that.
You know what? We didn't even think about that one.
I'll start making some notes.
Yes, we're going to have to start planning for our next one. Nobody has an idea.
No, nobody's.
COVID-19.
Oh, COVID, no. Well, I'm not thinking that that's going to be a real uplifting theme. So no, we're not going to go with that. What we decided on is color. So how many of us are sometimes challenged by color, and how many of us are invigorated by color, and how many of us feel a certain feeling when we see one color versus another? So we thought it's such an integral element in what we do that we would try and focus on it. So for me, I know that was one of the biggest draws for me to become Stampin' Up! Demonstrator when I did. All the color families, they are just beautiful, and they've changed, and I love that we get a new set of ink colors every year now. So that was it for me. So that's why color is our theme for tomorrow. So thinking along those lines, I have a question for you. So I need to set the scene, first of all, okay? So picture this. You found a deserted island somewhere in the tropics and COVID-19 doesn't exist. And you've decided you've got 3 months where you can relax. All the food will be provided. You're going to have servants to look after you. You've got 3 months and you've packed up all of your stamping supplies. Okay, so you've gone to the airport. Everything is organized. It's all in your bins. You know where everything is. You get to the airport, you get to the island. You probably had to swim a little bit, but you got to the island and you realize you've got your little, you jumped out of the boat or whatever, you're on the island, you strip down to your little polka dot teensy weensy bikini and you start unpacking and you realize that you don't have any ink and you don't have any cardstock. The airline lost that trunk full of those things. So don't worry, because you're stamping Staycation people, we've got it figured out. So we've worked out a deal with UPS. So they will make one airdrop to you so that you can get stamping. So what you need to do though is you have to, here's with just one little limitation. You can only pick one color family out of the entire set of families. And there are actually 5 of them really. And you can find them if you don't know where they are. They're on page 142, 143 of your annual catalog. And tell us which color family would you pick, okay? And we're not going to tell you what our color family is, not right now yet anyway. So that's what your task is, and I would like you to put that into the comments for us. So, and while you're thinking about that, we love, love, love comments. So we want you to share your thoughts. We want you to ask questions. We want you to talk with each other, not just to us. That would be wonderful, because we want to build a community and we want you to meet new friends, because there's people from all across the country here, which is great. And we really encourage you to ask questions both right now and tomorrow when we're stamping and when we're not stamping, because we won't be stamping continuously. And we really want you to get involved. But we want to let you know just a little bit about Facebook that we learned not all that long ago. So if Lillian, Marilyn, and I comment and like on every single one of your comments, we could go to Facebook jail. And I don't know about you, but our Marilyn, Lillian, I don't look great in stripes. So no. I don't want to be incarcerated. I don't want to go to Facebook jail. So we will not be commenting on everything tomorrow and liking like we have in the past. But we will comment. But just don't take offense if Sally gets a comment and Joan gets a comment and you don't get a comment. It just means that we are commenting around. We're going to answer questions as much as we can, but we want you to comment because you won't go to jail. Okay, so just to give you a little bit of a setup for that. So let's move on to introductions. So I'm so lucky to have gotten to know Marilyn and Lillian over the past several years. There's a teen in there somewhere. We are stamping sisters in the same downline. And we have actually, when we added it up, we have over 80 years of stamping experience with the 3 of us, which is really amazing when you think about it. And because we were stamping before Stampin' Up! Was around. And also Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, I added this up, we have 46 years. And I know none of us look like we're over 29, but 46 years is pretty good. So what is great about the 3 of us working together is that we all run our businesses a little bit differently. We approach our businesses a little bit differently, and we all have slightly different skills and talents that we bring to the table. So together that makes us what we think is a pretty good team to be able to offer you a really great experience. So how about we share a little bit more about ourselves? And we'd like you to get in on this too. And we realize this could be risky, but we want you to ask us whatever questions you want to ask us. And it doesn't have to be crafting or Stampin' Up! Related. It can be pretty much anything. And I realize we're letting ourselves wide open there. So be gentle, okay?
Yeah, be gentle.
So go ahead and put that into the comments. Yeah, you guys really, they didn't know I was going to ask that. So
No.
go ahead. I'm not going to spring too much on them, but I might. Okay, so you go ahead and put that into the comments and we will tell you a little bit about ourselves. So I'll start. So I'm coming to you from just outside Red Deer, Alberta, on a farm. And I'm a crafter from way back, just like most of you. I dabbled in anything and everything that seemed to come along, toll painting, quilting, sewing, I still do jewelry making. I'm a calligrapher, like anything. I'm not a knitter. That's one thing I'm not. I can crochet, but I'm not a knitter. So I owned a stamping and scrapbooking store here in Red Deer in the late 1990s, and that's how I heard about Stampin' Up. We used to host weekend retreats, overnight retreats, and ladies who came brought their contraband Stampin' Up catalogs, because Stampin' Up wasn't in Canada then. And people used to ooh and ah over all of the wonderful designs, all the samples, and the stamps that we couldn't legally get. So fast forward to 2002, we were closing up our store, coincidentally, at the same time that Stampin' Up came into Canada. And so I knew that I was going to sign on the dotted line right away. And Karen Duke, who is all of our upline, used to teach classes for us. And so I signed up with Karen. And it's been a fun journey so far, and it continues. And I have met wonderful people along the way, and I continue to meet wonderful people, both with my customers and people on different teams that I'm on. So I am an accountant. I worked in the business world for years. I've left that behind, and now I do this full time at A Design for You. Putting colors together and designing, just coming up with a project is something that I really, really enjoy doing. And I get a big kick out of it when you also enjoy what I put together. And so that's probably where I get my biggest bang, is just seeing you guys enjoy what we're doing. So something like what we're doing today. So I think that's it. Oh, favorite color. So I asked you about your favorite color. We asked you your favorite color in the posts, and now I've asked you your favorite color family. So I think it's fair that we probably tell you that. So similar to a mom with 5 kids, and I don't have any kids, but I have 5 kids that I have to, play with every once in a while. And I have favorites, and they change from time to time. And so right now, I think my favorite is probably the Regals family. And I think, though, if you made me walk the plank and I had to say only one, and that was my all-time favorite, it probably is Brights. But my top favorite color is Real Red. I don't think you can go wrong with Real Red in anything. It's fantastic for Christmas and goes wonderfully with so many different colors. So that's probably my favorite color at the moment, but it is mostly. So Marilyn, what about you?
I will start, but before that, there's one question been asked. Where were you all born?
Okay, I will collect these, and we are going to come back to it.
Oh, okay.
Answer them. Okay. Thank you, Marilyn.
I just thought maybe you want to answer that one before you carried on. So
no, I think we'll collect them all together, and I should have had a piece of paper. I'll get a piece of paper.
I'm writing it down, Joanne.
Okay, thanks, Lily.
Okay, thanks, Joanne. That was great. And first part of it all the same. I have done every kind of crafting that comes along pretty well. My mother used to do a lot more like woodworking and the tin rolling, something like the paper tool, only roll tin. Like she made dollhouse furniture, that kind of thing. And she was a great one for you. Tell her she couldn't do it, she'd do it. So I don't go quite that far with it. You've covered how we met, paper crafting. I love doing the paper crafting now. It gives me a time for me and a time to relax and do that. I have live in Spruce Grove, have for 49 years, 2 years before that in Edmonton. So our family, our son and his family are here in Spruce Grove, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that after. Luckily, they're here in Spruce Grove. And our daughter and her family are in the west end of Edmonton and building a house this year. So that's exciting for all of us there. And she has 3 little ones, age 6 to 10. And our son here has 2 boys, 22 and 21. So we've got great family support around, and they're always here for me. So that's a great feeling as well. And favorite color family, mine would be the Regals for sure. You can see if I get it up here, Regals, definitely. Enjoy putting colors together, enjoy trying lots of different styles and samples that we find on the websites, Pinterest, everywhere. There's always something. I'm saying to Dennis, oh, I got to go try that. So it's great. I enjoy all the people I meet. definitely the stamping sisters and my upline, Karen Duke. I went to school with Karen, so we go back a long ways, and still enjoy doing these kind of things together. So it's great to be here with you, and I'm glad that you're all here with us. So
Great. Thank you, Marilyn. And Lillian, what would you like to share?
All right. I also live in Spruce Grove, but because of COVID, it's just really nice that we can do this kind of thing, because even though we live in the same city, Marilyn and I can't get together anyway.
no.
So that all works out well. You've heard about how we've met, and we actually, one of us or two of us, we were all throwing around these ideas, and we got together and said, why don't we give it a try? And here we are. And that has helped us to bond even more. Why we paper craft, or why I paper craft, I think it's because I have a sense of accomplishment, and I love to be able to see it done, but I also like to have a purpose for it. So you always need a card for something, but I also love sharing. And so that's where I love Stampin' Up! As well, because if I'm excited about a card or a 3D item I've made or something, I can hardly wait to share somebody. And although I've cued my husband up to sound enthusiastic, I need some kindred spirits. Every once in a while, he really does sound more sincere than others, but that's how it goes there. And if my favorite color family, if I had to choose one on that deserted island, although because it's a deserted island, it's hard not to pick bright, vibrant colors, I would go with neutrals. Those of you who know me know I'm black and white is my favorite go-to combination, but I like a pop of color in there. And so brights would be my second, likely, even though I wear a lot of autumn colors. Those are the ones I go to create with. And my happy color, I always call it my happy color anyway, is yellow. So
Yes, I agree totally with that. Yeah. We have a little bit of an argument in my house because I come from a family, my mom always had a yellow kitchen, and maybe you can see I've got yellow walls here in my room. Yeah, because it's so cheery. My husband doesn't want to have yellow anywhere. To him, that's not a great color. So we have a little bit of disagreement over that point. So okay, thank you, Lillian. And I see that we've got a couple questions, and we will get to those in a minute, so don't worry. Let me see. So where are we going now? So I have a question both for Marilyn and Lillian. Here's my first question, and I'll share too, but I'll ask them first. So Marilyn, what is one little known fun fact about yourself? So not a lot of people know.
Well, some might, but I'm sure a lot of you don't. I used to play keyboard in a country band.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
With my dad and my two brothers. My youngest brother started when he was about 5. We used to have to stop every once in a while, let him have a nap, because he played drums, but he couldn't last the whole night with us. So we had a great time doing that. And I've loved music all along. Don't play keyboard or any instrument anymore, but I do love having music around me. So
that's great. How many of our folks that we have on have a musical bone in their body? Anybody else? You can just let us know. And Lillian, same question for you. What is a little known about you?
Well, likely one, some of you would know this, but I love amusement park rides. I love the big roller coasters and the drops of doom and all those kinds of things. And my husband is not so fond of them, but I do have some Stampin' Up! Sisters that do like it and will do those with me. But that's one fact about me, is I like those things.
That's cool. Yeah, I do remember that about you when we were at Walt Disney last year. Yes.
You went on some with me.
Yes, I did, because I don't mind those type of rides either. So they're fun. I'm just looking at comments here. Oh, I've got a couple more questions. So, okay, I'm just going to write that down, but I'll share my fun fact too. So if you have ever, looked at me and been in the class with me or whatever, and you said, oh, she's such a princess. You know what? You're not far wrong. So when I was 5 years old, I was crowned Miss North Nebing, Miss Junior North Nebing. And to get that honor and to get that crown, I sang and danced to I'm a Little Teapot. And so it's funny how things come true, because I'm sort of short and stout right now. So I guess I brought that on myself. But I'm not going to sing and I'm not going to dance for you tonight, so you don't have to worry about that. So we keep your questions coming
And I
because
love seeing what everybody's sharing about their musical ability.
oh, look at what are they sharing?
Oh, that
Classical singing.
some have studied classical, some don't have a musical bone, others are ready to go on the roller coaster with me, and others are not. And and Carolyn, you need to come up with the Staycation soundtrack.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
Well, I can maybe do the soundtrack. I never took a music lesson in my life. My dad's mother and dad and all of us just played by ear. So it
Well,
was
that's amazing.
it was just a really fun thing. And where we lived, we had 3 channels on our TV and most of those were not good. So Saturday night for us, instead of Netflix or TV or whatever, was playing music.
Yeah.
And we just really enjoyed it. So
That's
we'll
pretty
see.
good if you don't know how to read music and you played music. That's
No,
excellent.
just all by listening to it. So yeah, it was
And
great.
I took tons of lessons and didn't do so well.
Ah, the good old days.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to tell you how your day's going to play out tomorrow. Well, we will get to the questions, don't worry. So keep putting them in there.
And
I wonder where we got cut off.
I wonder why. I'm wondering why more than anything. But that's
Oh,
the one.
could be anything.
Okay, we're back now. It says we're hoping
Okay.
back. So
I think we're back, everybody. So come on back and see us. We'll wait
Let
just
us
a
know
little moment.
if we are back for you.
Yes, let us know if we are back. Say hello again. I'm sorry, I can see a few people maybe on, but I think it's us who are on.
I think it's us.
So I'm just gonna go, I'll go in there and we've got a few more people. I don't need to turn us down again. So we'll wait just a little bit. See, technology.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I've got one saying it worked the first time and she's back again now. See,
Dale says we're back. You're back.
Okay.
Yeah, so it sounds like we're back. We don't know where it ended though, Joe. So sorry.
Yes. So if somebody can tell me who's on there right now, what was I saying when we went all frozen? Let me know and I'll just hopefully not repeat too much, but I don't want to miss anything either. So I'm just taking a look and making sure that we get a few more people on. So one of the challenges with technology is that it is so unpredictable. And so we are at its mercy.
Oh, someone
Like-
says still frozen. Lost you guys again.
Woohoo,
No.
you're back. I think we're okay. It looks like I'm still moving on that screen anyway.
Maybe Marilyn should talk about refreshing the screen.
I was just going to say I had to go out of my iPad and back in again
Tomorrow, okay.
Go
to get
all
us.
the way out.
Oh, Dale says I'm a little teapot. So
Oh. Oh, I don't need to say that again, I don't think.
maybe he's a little teapot. Who knows?
Telling us how our day will look tomorrow. Okay, well, I will start there again, but and then we are going right into the technology boat. Do you want to do that first? I wonder if we should do that first.
We could try.
And then I'll tell a little bit more about the day.
The my part is for the technology part.
Oh, just sorry. I'm
Oh.
sorry, Marilyn.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Marilyn is saying, tell people to go down one post. We're appearing twice.
Well,
Because we have a video there already.
Right.
the last video's there. The second one came in and I called it We Hope We're Back. So that's the one we're on now.
That's the one you want everybody to be on. We hope.
And I noticed in mine, when you go on the Facebook page, it comes up with the announcement first, like the announcements are set to the top, which are the videos that I'm going to talk about in a minute. And then you go down and we're in the Facebook Live shortly after that.
Okay.
So you might have to scroll down to get it. So
We only have 8 people on, and I think we had like 22. So we might want to. Oh, we got 10. Maybe they're all coming back, finding us.
We're coming back.
hey, Karen said you're back.
Okay, Janine's back, Karen. Okay, well, so we are just going to wait. We're going to make sure that everybody gets back, hopefully, or we have most of us back.
Hopefully,
So yeah, just let us know that you're able to see us, and we are actually going to talk about the technology here right away. But
Well,
I guess maybe we should have hit that right off the get-go. That's
Yeah.
a note for next time.
Well, we'll try.
So we've got a few more people. We'll just
It
wait a
says
little bit.
Yeah, it says part 2.
It says part
Okay.
2 for the new video.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
Back. They're coming back.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're up to 13. I think maybe we should probably just go ahead. So how about if I will go and I'll check and see where, if I can give a note, a post here. But Marilyn, would you like to talk a little bit about technology and maybe what just happened and what they, if it happens something like that tomorrow, what they might do?
Okay. For technology, as Joanne said, we can't know when it's going to happen, what's going to happen, whatever with it. So bear with us as we try to get through it and restart things like we just did. We will certainly keep an eye on it between the 3 of us tomorrow. So my list tells me to mention to you how to comment. Most of you have done comments on our Facebook page already, which is great. We ask that you continue to do that. You will find 2 videos at the top for announcements. One of them does explain how to refresh your screen on a PC, which is mine, and on an iPad. I've done a couple little videos there for you to help you with that. And I've also,
What do you want to refresh the screen?
if it freezes like that, chances are maybe it's your screen freezing for some reason, whether you've got a message coming in or something else happening there. So refreshing the screen is usually your first plan of attack. If that doesn't work, it's sign out and sign in again. So that could be shutting down your Facebook and then starting it again. But because we are recording things, you should be able to get to it again at a later point.
Right.
So,
sorry, I interrupted you there.
that's okay. That's okay. I'm just looking at the list that I have. The other thing that you might want to do is once you're in our Facebook page, up at the top, you'll see Facebook and you will have a URL or a link. You might want to copy that somewhere like on your desktop, or copy on a piece of paper doesn't work great, but somewhere where you can copy it and put it back in your computer to get back there quickly if you do have to sign out and back in. Might help you out there. And the other video that we have put on there is how to post your challenge, or where to post your challenge entries. You will be seeing as we go through the day, we've got scheduled posts for each of the challenges. The PDF will follow our presentation almost immediately, then the challenge post, and you are to post in the challenge post header, and you cannot post in the PDF header. When it says PDF, that'll be all you can do is go in and find that and print it or do whatever you're going to do with it, save it somewhere.
The PDF is the instructions for those who aren't familiar with that terminology.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, for that. And the other thing that I have notes on is if we have a glitch, we'll try to fix it. And that's what we've had a few of them today. You might notice a little frazzled gray hair here because at 3:15 today, my internet went down at home. And I mentioned earlier that we're happy our son lives in Spruce Grove. Well, I'm at his house right now. So luckily he has internet that I can use, and we were able to do this. And if mine isn't up tomorrow, I'll be back sharing their house with them. So it's great to have family and friends close by. So anything else that you've seen that I need?
I don't think so. So for those of you who maybe joined in while Marilyn was chatting, we gave a little bit of a technology talk there. So an idea might be to go after we're done tonight, and we don't have a huge amount more stuff to do. Answer your questions though. If you want to go back and just take a look, we have a video, 2 videos for you on refreshing your screen and one on how to post your challenge entries, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that in just a minute. But it's a little bit, we want to just make it easier for you. So I hope we have most people back, so that is great. I'm glad you came back. Thank you. Yes. And if we have any glitches tomorrow like this, we'll just keep doing it. So we will be here. So don't think that we are deserting you and we're going to throw up our hands and be done. We won't. We will keep coming back and trying our best, unless we have, I'm not even going to say it.
No, I was going to say, don't go there.
Okay. So I'm going to go back and talk a little bit about what the day holds tomorrow. So I'm not exactly sure exactly where I dropped off, but I'm going to start sort of at the beginning. So we are going to have 6 live demos for you, and we're going to start at 9 o'clock in the morning. And it's 9 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time. So make that adjustment wherever you happen to live. And we will start at 9. We'll do, they will vary whatever project we're doing. Each of us will come to you twice, and they'll be between 30 minutes, 40 minutes long. And we'll start to finish go through a project. And at the end of that project, we also have a lot of different alternatives using different stamp sets. So you can see maybe some sets that you already have in your stash, because we use some of them that were annual catalog ones, just to give you some different ideas. And so once we finish showing the project, as Marilyn said, at 9:45, starting at 9:45, we will post the written instructions, which is the PDF. And that will be a separate post, and you can go in there and click on it, and you'll be able to download it and print it off for yourself. And it has pictures, it has all of the supplies, all of the measurements, and all of the steps that you need to make the project. So if you're more of a written person, those steps are all there for you. If you're more of a visual person, then go back to those videos as many times as you need to. So we will
feel like you have to write measurements down as we're going
yes,
along.
correct. Right. Perfect, Lily. Thank you. Yes, you do not need to write anything down because it's all written down for you already. And so, oh, now I lost my train of thought. But oh, yes, so we'll 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. That's when the live presentations will be. So every hour on the hour, except over the lunch hour. So we will have a quick little lunch break at 11:45 or whenever that third project ends. But then we have something new for you, and that is our secret stamping. And so I'm going to let Lillian talk about that in just a minute. I just want to make sure that I have everything. Yep, I can come back to that. So Lillian, would you like to tell everybody about that?
Sure. So for secret stamping is something I'm really excited about, and you've seen the post to have certain supplies ready for that, because that's the time when you're going to be creating. You're going to be stamping with those supplies we've asked you to have. And what is it? Well, it's a secret. And I'm not going to tell you until the end of the session. So, but you will guaranteed discover the secret before it's all over. One more thing to add to your supplies, you need to score 2 short little score lines. So maybe your paper trimmer or your Simply Scored, if you added that to your supply list. And if you gather that all together, and then at 12:15 tomorrow, we'll all gather together, and I will give you clue number 1. And once you've completed clue number 1, then I'll give you clue number 2. And gradually you will discover the secret by the time I've finished giving you all the different clues. So I know we're excited about it. Well, you know me, I love this kind of thing. And so I can hardly wait. And it just makes me smile. And I know then afterwards, we're all going to have something little different, but you'll figure out what the secret is. So that's what it is.
And it's going to be fun to see what everybody's is and what different designs and different stamps that everybody's going to bring, and colors, what colors we have. Okay, so the one thing that I do want to mention to everybody is please remember that the PDFs and the videos, everything that we're doing is exclusive for you. You have paid for your stamping staycation, and we thank you for that. But please do not share them with other people who are not in this group or who don't post them online. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. So also we have some tooltip videos for you tomorrow. So we're going to sprinkle them throughout the day. And each one of us has taken a tool, and we've done a fairly extensive video, as it turns out. You know, when we started these, we thought, 3-4 minutes long. Well, you'll find that they're not. So we're going to sprinkle them throughout the day. You might not be able to watch them in their entirety as we get into our live, but they will be posted for you. And as if with everything, they're there for you to watch whenever you want. So that's what's great about having it in a Facebook group. You don't have to watch with us live. Don't worry about it if you've got an appointment at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon and you can't be here. Everything will stay in this Facebook group, and you'll go back to it. You can go back to it as many times as you want. You can print off the PDF whenever you want, or download it to your machine, whatever, or your laptop, whichever. And also next week, for those of you, if you are more comfortable as a YouTube watcher, we are going to save all of our videos in YouTube, and we will send you a link probably somewhere midweek. We'll send you a link to the YouTube. We'll send you a link to our tip videos, and we will also send you a link to we'll send you the PDFs of all of the projects that we do. So everything is there for you. That's why we don't want you to stress at all. We just want you to have a fun day tomorrow.
Fun day, yes.
Yes, a fun day. So let me see.
I'm gonna
Okay,
just say
so
something.
yeah.
I don't want you to you lose your train of thought, but I got thinking today, and I thought tomorrow's sort of like a buffet. Pick and choose what you want and what you want to do, and then you can always come back for more later. So it's just think of it that way a little bit.
Great idea. Great idea.
That's a very good analogy. Okay, so we did have a couple questions, and feel free to put your questions in there as we're talking. So the first question, and I think Dale asked us this question, is where were you born? And so Lillian, how about you start?
I was born in southwestern British Columbia, New Westminster, and grew up in White Rock, so right on the US border in the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, nice.
Nice, yeah.
Marilyn?
I was born in Edmonton and lived on a farm about 60 miles west of Edmonton until I left to go to work in Edmonton, and we got married. So I've been here forever.
You are an Albertan.
I am a true Albertan.
Yeah. Well, I'm the most eastern out of all of us. I was born in, it was at the time Fort William, and it is now Thunder Bay. So that's where I was born, and I left Ontario to go to university. I went to University of Manitoba, and I just kept going west. So
And we're glad you did.
yes, I've been here for quite a number of years now, but that's where I come from. So thank you for that question, Dale. And then we told you what our favorite colors were, and I'm sorry I didn't write down who asked this question, but I think it might have been Helen. What's our least favorite color? So Marilyn, how about you start this time?
I would immediately say green is my least favorite until the Forever Greenery suite came out this year, and I love it. So I don't know. Just
there a color? Oh, I'm not going to ask another question. I was going to ask another question, but okay. How about you, Lillian?
Well, and this makes me very strange in the whole crafting world, but purple is likely my least used color. I have a hard time using purples.
There is somebody here who's on our staycation who would totally agree with you. She hates purple, right? And I'm not going to say her name, but she can put a comment into the comment.
I won't say I hate it, but I just never think to use it. I have a hard time.
Yeah, sometimes it is really hard to mix that color. Let me see. What would my least favorite? Oh boy. You know, I love all the colors. Really love. I'm looking down because all of my papers are here, and I'm looking at what color is probably got the most there. Probably I would have to say that it is, except for this time of year, Cajun craze, probably. And this time of year is the only time I tend to pull it out. It's probably not my most, rust color. It's not my most favorite color. So yeah. Oh, we got Christine saying she doesn't like grays. There's our purple person.
Rhonda, purple, not my thing.
Rhonda, yes, definitely. Oranges. Oh, Faye doesn't like pumpkin pie. So yeah, put it into the comments. Let us know. Do any of you agree with any of our colors besides purple? We see one there. Oh, Diana, purple's her favorite. Oh, so Sylvia too. So this is great. See, this is we're learning about all of each other. Okay, so our next question is, what is your favorite technique? So I'll go first this time. So I think I really like using different techniques, but I think probably my all-time favorite technique, and it's pretty broad, is coloring. And that can be coloring in a bunch of different ways. So using a bunch of different tools, but watercoloring, I think, falls into that same category. So that's probably my most favorite. If I drop back to something, it's going to be watercoloring. So Marilyn?
Mine would be the heat embossing for sure. That is still my all-time favorite. And fun folds. All kinds of fun folds I really like.
Okay. And Lillian?
Well, I have a hard time with that one because I flip around a little bit, but I do like embossing folders, any type of embossing. And then I have to embellish everything. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all there. And if any
Yeah.
of us, you know, our Facebook lives and our friends and customers, they always want us to embellish and add some bling. So,
Yeah.
so I'm seeing some comments here. So yes, Janine, I knew that crushed curry was, and it even got a yuck. So yeah, I knew that. And Helen doesn't use blues. Isn't that interesting? That you would think is one of the most popular color types of colors out there. Embossing. So we have, oh, Diana also does not like a lot of greens. Rhonda's a bookmaker. Yes, she is definitely a bookmaker. Frontal for Pamela. Yeah, isn't it interesting that we all have something that we lean to a little bit more than the other? So we have one more question, but you know what? Did you happen to write it down, Lillian? Because I put favorite and then I don't.
Christmas style.
Ah, okay. So favorite Christmas style. So Lillian, how about you first? Yeah, that's what you get for answering.
I have a whole bunch, but one of my favorite is maybe a touch of country to it. So like the moose or the plaid in it, that kind of thing.
Interesting. Marilyn?
I would just say it had to be something quick and easy because I do a lot of cards. Like I mail out probably 150, if not more. So I need something that I can mass produce, even with the tools I have. So, and like I say, the embossing, definitely, like Lillian said, embossing folders as well as the heat embossing would be something I would probably go to.
Okay, and so for me, it's really a toss-up. It's either between elegant, so something with gold, silvers, usually lots of foil in there, or cute. So they're really diverse. So sometimes I'll do cute, and I do a Christmas card every year, and I usually do a calligraphed Christmas card, and they range. They go, one year it could be cute, the next year it could be elegant. So yeah, that's what we are. I'm just looking at a couple of the comments here. So, we have another question from Bobby, which I'll ask here in a minute. And we had some folks saying coloring is the first favorite technique. That's from Faye. And mixed media. That is that's a whole other world, mixed media. So good for you. Glitz and bling. Yeah, Sylvia, I know that about you. You are a bling person for sure, and traditional. Yep. And religious. Christine, yes, that's something that I think we sometimes forget. And there are some beautiful stamp sets out there and cards that you see with a more Christian or religious theme to them. Janine, a sucker for snowmen and snowflakes. Yes, I do know that about you too. And Faye, Christmas fun and elegant. So perfect. So we had one more question. And the question was from Bobby, how do we feel about an electric embossing folder? I have never used an electric embossing folder.
Machine.
Machine. Yeah, sorry. So I don't even know. I think at times I would love it. And I know that there are some folks on here who do have one, so they can chime in here too. I think I would love it sometimes just because it's so quick. You put it in, you set it, and then away you go. So I would like that element of it. I don't like the fact that it could break down, I guess. That would technology again, not a strong point for me. Marilyn, how about you?
I've never used one or never been around one to see it, so I really don't have an opinion on it. It, like you say, it sounds like it would be great because it would be quick if you're in that, again, making lots kind of thing at your table, but I don't know. Maybe somebody on here can tell us pros and cons about it. Not that Stampin' Up has one or that we know of at all, but maybe somewhere along the line. So
yeah, that'd be great. Lillian, how about you?
I've never used one. I know that some people who have like arthritis or some issues with their hands or shoulders,
I've heard that. Yeah,
they would like that. I really like having one that isn't, because I do crafting with kids, or I could take it outside or camping or whatever. So it's very versatile that way. I can take it wherever, and anybody basically can use it. But yeah, I don't know anything about the Electron.
No, I do know there's.
Whoever asked that question, I forgot to write your name down.
Oh, it was Bobby Silva. So Bobby, let us know. Do you have one?
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm going back a little bit, answering some of the other questions. Diana, lots of bling and sparkle is a favorite of hers.
Okay, so there, few of them are saying they have a sore shoulder or arthritis, and they do use the electric ones because they work well for them for that.
Yeah, shoulder gets tired. Yep. And Leonie has a Gemini. So excuse me. I did bring a glass of water. Let me just grab a sip here. Sorry about that. Does anybody have any other questions for us? Except for you.
Yeah, for you.
If you do, just put them into the comments. And if not, we are close to wrapping up, and we've kept you almost an hour. And we are wanting you to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed tomorrow morning, so we don't want to keep you much longer. I'll just keep an eye out, and it seems like Lillian has the quickest internet connection because she's getting those comments first. So we'll see if any other any other comments come up.
I'll keep an eye on that. And just a hint for tomorrow, people, you might want to stay hydrated and move around a little bit. So make sure you've got water or something to drink, and don't be afraid to move, because the day carries on quite a ways and you feel better.
Yeah.
So not seeing any other questions right now. If any others come in, feel free to keep putting them in there. We will answer them. Either we'll write them or we'll answer them tomorrow while we're talking. But I think we are done for the evening. And now, before you head off to bed, and I know it's a little bit early for most of us, but if you're heading off to bed, make sure you charge up all of your devices so that you're not going to run out of power tomorrow while you're watching. And get a good night's sleep, eat a breakfast, and we'll meet you back here at 9 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time. And again, make sure that you make that adjustment. And we won't be posting reminders throughout the day, but just remember, every hour on the hour for the most part is when you can always see us and catch our live videos. So have your coffee ready, or tea, or whatever your beverage.
There's an agenda posted.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, thank you, Lillian. There is an agenda posted. So if you scroll through, if you just got into the Facebook group tonight, scroll through there because there's lots of information. One of them being an agenda for what we're going to be doing tomorrow. And you can just print that off or jot it down somewhere, and then you'll always be able to catch on. So yeah, tell the family they're on their own for tomorrow. Grab a comfy chair and put your feet up, and we will see you here tomorrow, bright and early, right where you are right now. And we'll be stamping with bells on. So thanks very much, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.